Basically, it took, after her arrival, it took about 4 hours.
That's amazing.
And most of that 4 hours went for me to find a celebrant, an imam. Otherwise, we could have done it within an hour.
Farid Ahmed's words of forgiveness were heard around the world following a terror attack in Christchurch, New Zealand.
I want a heart that will be full of love and will forgive lavishly.
His words and stories offer both healing and hope for the future.
If our heart is full of love, then peace will start from here.
Episode 47, A Fast Marriage. Farid, you've been speaking about Husna's arrival, the marriage which, and I need to clarify with you, that sounds as though it was the same day Husna arrives, you get married.
Yeah.
That's an extraordinary thing too.
It is, because it was my promise that we would not waste any time. So basically, my friend's place, they were ready. They told few people, as I have mentioned, about 60 people from our Bangladeshi community. They said an exceptional marriage. The bride will arrive in few hours.
And so that is, Husna is sick, yes, very weak. And so from your tradition and belief, to be able to nurture, to touch, to heal, to hold, you must first be married. So all of this is, is quite dramatic.
It is, yeah. It is a preference.
Yes.
In normal situation, but if it is an exceptional situation like her, someone has an accident, someone is sick, need to be carried, and you are not married to her, but for the nurture, you have to do it.
Yes.
Because that is an emergency. But I'm talking about in normal, healthy environment, it is preferred that get married first and then do the nurturing.
Yes.
Yeah. So I wanted that, but it didn't happen. So I, had to carry her. That was okay. Then I wanted to get married as quick as possible so I could take care of her. So basically it took, after her arrival, it took about 4 hours.
That's amazing.
And most of that 4 hours went for me to find a celebrant, an imam. Otherwise, we could have done it within an hour. She came in, freshen up, and then, we sit down. So for this, I need to explain that what are the main things for Islamic marriage. Then you will understand. In Islamic marriage, most important things are boy and girl. They have to agree. If anyone disagree and doesn't feel to marry another, you cannot force. So she and I, we were agreed. So that was the biggest point. The second thing, you need at least 2 witnesses, and that is like European marriage. You need 2 witnesses. So we had witnesses, no problem. The third one was that the future husband must give a wedding gift to the bride. And I explained before, that wedding gift doesn't have to be a huge amount of money, or if you can afford, you can give the whole world. There is no limitation. But the main theme of that is, it's a token of love and responsibility. And it is like a promise from the man that I will take care of you. So it means that men need to take more responsibility than the wife. So that is called dowry or wedding gift. And then the fourth thing is they celebrate some people, so it will be not secretly, it will be a social thing. The society will know you are married, they will respect you, they will try to help you if you need any guidance, etc., etc. So you can see those things are basic. But the other thing, organizing a big feast is not necessary. Share lots of gifts is not necessary. Those things are not essential. So we could even within 4 hours of marriage, we had all these core essential things. Another, the last thing is, which is most important in our marriage system, is that the husband and wife going to be, they have to make a promise to one another in the name of God. And that promise is the strongest. We call it holy promise. When it is made in the name of Allah, it's a holy promise. It should not be broken. Otherwise, Allah will judge on the day of judgment if anyone of us, husband and wife, has some lacking in it. Yeah. So those things were fulfilled, so we could manage, not a problem. The other thing is, for her health, we made it simple. So what we did, we sat down, all of us sat down. So she was on one side, I was on another side, and then the Imam, he could he asked us questions, he could do the things. So it was easy to do, and as long as we have performed our duties, religious duties, it was okay.
Can I ask another question
Yeah.
here? Because for those who don't know, myself, it's amazing to think you have not seen Husna for how many years?
5.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time she's got off the plane, bang, and you're sitting looking each other. That must have been extraordinary.
It is. But to tell you the truth, at that time, my mind was overwhelmed with responsibility. I didn't have any space for romance. It doesn't mean that I was a dry human without any heart. No. But at that time, my main focus was, to make her healthy, to get her used to with this weather, take her to the doctor, get checked everything. Those sort of things, were going on through my mind. And also the focus was that I was not doing anything wrong to her, because her family, my family, they have put their huge trust on me, and I'm fulfilling those trust. So, and I think that's me, and that's why since my childhood, when I saw my classmates were enjoying in a function, that time, yes, I was smiling, but my mind was busy, not in enjoyment. My mind was busy, is the function going well? Is everything okay? Is everyone is feeling happy and comfortable? That's me. That's me. I, I start automatically, I start taking responsibility, and I want to provide as much as I can. I used to go to the wedding in my age, 15 years old. In my age, all the boys are playing, gossiping, but I go to the wedding in my areas, in my relative place, and the first thing I do, I go and start working with the people who are cooking, who are cleaning, who are doing those things. And then I become someone who serve the guests. That was my voluntary thing. And I was not worried about food that I need to eat, or some people they are competing, they need to take the food at first so it is warm and fresh. I was always the last. My actual pleasure was serving people, helping people, and to be in the working level. I, I always feel comfortable to be as normal job log, we say in Kiwi ways, job log, just an ordinary normal job log, because the happiness from compassion that you give is extraordinary. Extraordinary.